Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. For our radio audience tuning in at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all can be with us. Also join us online worldwide via our podcast at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music. We're glad you all could be with us as well. This is part of our News You Can Use segment here at WYAD, and it's that time. We're talking about the importance of getting your vaccines. Getting a flu shot every fall is the best way to help protect yourself and your family from getting the flu. Pharmacies are one of the most common places people choose to get vaccinated. In fact, a recent CVS health survey found that about half of respondents plan to get the flu vaccine at a retail pharmacy, and 60% are likely to get the flu and COVID-19 vaccines during the same visit. Here to talk to us more about this, we're excited to welcome Courtney Lowery to our broadcast. She's joining us from CVS Pharmacy. Courtney, thank you again for the time. Really appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for having me. Good morning.
Hey, well, look, the pleasure's definitely all mine. So I think an obvious thing for our audience, because a lot of times when we hear about colds and flus, they may wonder exactly what is the flu, what separates it. So what exactly is the flu, Courtney, and when does flu season typically begin each year?
Sure. So the flu is a really unpleasant, contagious respiratory illness. It's typically affecting your nose, your throat. Sometimes it can go into the lungs, and depending on the different parts of our population, they can see different severities of complications. So getting that flu shot is the best way to protect yourself. Now, according to the CDC, it's really hard to pinpoint exactly when the flu season begins. It can vary season to season. It can vary depending on different parts of the country. But typically, we will see it spike between December and February, and we have seen activity into May. So we recommend that you get yourself protected in the early fall so that you are able to give that time to be protected before we hit the peak season.
Yeah, really good point. Our audience may be wondering, though, Courtney, there's so much information out there. There are some people, of course, who have, certain worries about should they get certain shots. Who should or shouldn't get a flu shot this year?
And so we generally recommend that anyone over the age of 6 months should receive the flu shot. We also want to make sure that we're paying special attention to our vulnerable populations, as I mentioned. So that would be anyone over the age of 65, our pregnant population, anyone who has medical conditions that cause them to be immunocompromised, and our children group, especially under the age of 5. Now, in rare exceptions, we don't recommend the shot, and that would be for anyone under the age of 6 months, anyone who has had an allergy to any component in the flu shot, or anyone who has had an allergic reaction in the past to the flu shot. So best to check with your healthcare professional or your pharmacist, check to make sure, A, that you're eligible, and then B, which product is best for you.
I mentioned in my intro, Courtney, that the CVS Health Survey found that there were 60% of respondents are likely to get the flu and COVID-19 vaccines together. Are there other vaccinations you should consider when you're scheduling your flu shot?
Yeah, so at CVS, we offer 15 different vaccines in addition to the flu shot. Most commonly right now, we are seeing that patients are getting the flu and the COVID together. I know my mom and dad just went and got theirs. They're rolling up their sleeves once. They figured, hey, why not get both at the same time? The other vaccine that we're seeing is RSV. Patients are opting to protect themselves as well when they're getting the flu shot. So perfectly safe and acceptable to get more than one vaccine. We do typically say 2 to 3 would be the max that you get at one time. But, from a convenience perspective, you're already there. Seasons are kind of overlapping. Now would be the best time to do it.
Yeah. Let's talk about cost a little bit, Courtney. I think, when we're talking about the flu shot, or the COVID-19 vaccine, people may wonder what's covered, what's not. What is the cost of the flu shot?
So typically, I'll lump flu and COVID together. They are $0 copay through most insurances. So that includes Medicare Part B, many commercial plans, as well as Medicaid plans. But in the off chance that it isn't covered, we do offer an out-of-pocket option. So it's best to check either with your pharmacy or your insurance company, and they can tell you for sure if it's covered or not.
Got you. Well, I know for myself, when I got my booster, I got mine at CVS, and it was really easy to be able to schedule. But for our audience out there, Courtney, how can they schedule their flu and COVID vaccines this year?
Sure. So we have a few different options. If you want to make an appointment, you can do so for yourself and your family members at CVS.com. You can download the CVS app and do it right there. You can call your local pharmacy. They can schedule for you. Or if you prefer, you can just walk in. We do accommodate walk-ins. Again, whatever's convenient for you. That's the name of the game right now.
Great information, and this is the perfect time for our audience to be thinking about it as we are considering getting, of course, our flu and COVID-19 vaccines. Again, everyone, Courtney Lowery has been our guest from CVS Pharmacy. Courtney, where can our audience go for more information?
So for more information and everything we discussed today, you can go to cvs.com, or you can call or stop into your local pharmacy. They have all this information available as well for you.
Thank you, Courtney. I appreciate the great work you're doing, and thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
No, sure, no problem. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.
Yeah, you as well. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live, again, part of our Music and News segment here at WYAD. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.